So good evening. So I want to thank everybody who responded to last night's video by voting, and I ended up with sort of a split decision. I went with the two that were most requested, sort of. So basically, the Regal was the most requested, but there were like combinations of, and then several people wanted to see the 32 Ford with the what is it called, speedways, or any transporter was a couple of votes. So we're going to open those up tonight, but also I received a gift from a friend, my friend Tiz, who I'm sure is your friend too, 2A HD Cat. So Tiz and I talk offline, text, email, and comments and so forth. And Tiz has been encouraging me to get involved doing customs, as you've seen several videos that I've done recently, where I've done little detail painting on some castings, and I've drilled and stripped others, and I'm getting ready for the Pride build-off, which is the deadline is June 3rd, next Thursday, I think. So there'll be a progress update on that video, or not on the video, but on that car. Probably this weekend, and I'll have the video for that build off. But so Tiz sent me an email not long ago and said, "Hey, I got you something." So he had it delivered. He wouldn't tell me what he told me vaguely what it was, the era of car it was, and that sort of intimidated me. And so it arrived today. So I sent a picture to him, and now I'm going to show you on video here. And this is going to sound funny for quote unquote a diecast collector or a Hot Wheels collector, but I've told you I'm not really a Hot Wheels collector. I'm a diecast collector. So this is my first ever as an adult, Redline. So this is very cool. And so here we go. So this is the Monte Carlo stock car from the 70s. Let's see. So Hot Wheels, 1974, Hong Kong. But it doesn't actually say that it's a Monte Carlo stock car, but I know it's a Monte Carlo. I recognize it. And I did, I forget whether it was me or my brother Bob, because we're twins and we both collected. I think it was actually Bob had I don't know whether it was a red line, but it was the same casting, might have been a red line, in black with like orange stripes. So when Tiz said he was sending me a red line, I was a little intimidated because, I see red lines are, expensive and rare, and I don't know. And the thought of drilling and tapping and stripping. So I even said in a message to Tiz earlier, I said, "Oh, geez, thank God it wasn't Spectraflame, because I don't think I could reproduce Spectraflame paint. I mean, I know I could at a cost, but I don't need that kind of pressure. So this will be a nice future restoration of mine, or restoration, or I'm going to basically just repaint it. Luckily, the casting looks in very good shape, and the paint's already falling off it. And I have several options of paint color to do it. So here's another poll, sort of. I'll take it into advisement, but I have three colors in mind. But you tell me, what color should I paint the Monte Carlo Stalker, huh? How about that? Like I said, I mean, the casting looks in good shape to me. And since the paint is falling off already, I think getting it cleaned up, I mean, the glass looks in good shape. So that will be a future project. I still have to do the main custom for a build for next week's Pride build-off. And then I have a couple others that I'm toying around with. So let's get to the main event. And we're going to start with this 87 Buick Regal GNX from the Power Trip series. Diecast Clown really wanted to see this, as did several others, and I don't blame them. So out of this series, I have the Regal and the Cyclone. I hate to say this, guys. The Challenger SRT Demon is nice, but it has no interest, and the Plymouth Barracuda has no interest in me. The custom Chevy Love, maybe someday. I mean, well, I'm a Ford guy, so. But this GNX is beautiful, and of course, we know that a real GNX never came in white. White with gold rims. This is a custom. So let's get this off the card and take a look at it. And it's funny because I had the older Hot Wheels casting mainline of the Grand National, the one with the front clip that came off, and I sent that off to a friend. I quite frankly didn't like that casting. It looked bad proportionally, and I didn't like the removable front clip. Love that card art. I'm going to have to try and save at least the best part of that. So this is a much better proportioned model than the old one, and they've done a nice job with the tempo. Look at the headlights and grille printed on there nicely. The turn signals. Love the fender vents there. These gold wheels look like they have bead lockers. They look like they belong on a stock car or an off-road truck. I mean, they're nice, but they just still, there's something a little funky about them, but they're okay. But the casting itself looks really nice. I mean, the power bulge in the hood, the quarter windows are done nicely. Body colored door. I mean, again, these are all black, so all of this would be black to me. I don't know what it would look like in white. They did a real nice job. You can see the badging there. The license plate just says Buick. It really should say Buick with the little 6 emblem on it. Taillights are done real nice. So this is metal body, metal base, and wheel riders. This is sweet. It's so unusual to see one of the. I mean, it's not. It's unusual, but it's uncommon, but it's not unheard of. Of course, this is in my wheelhouse as a young man. I saw these all over the place. And of course, they all came from the dealership in blue, and maybe one other color I forget. But occasionally you'd see one custom painted in yellow or white or silver. And I wasn't a fan then. I always thought these should be black. And I really think they should be black. And I know that there is a different version of this that they have in black. But this is nice. This is a nice addition. I like this. I mean, do I love it? I love it. It's nice. I like it. So there's the GNX. Probably not enough time spent on that. But that's because we're going to get to this one. So here we have, I believe, 2 new castings. I'm not sure if the 32 Ford has come out like this before. And the Speedways, I believe, is a new casting for 2021 altogether. So, there's the BMW, which I actually saw in Target the other day and passed up. Here's the SRT Demon Ditto. I actually saw all 4 of them in the store, and the only one I bought was this one. The BMW I may pick up in the future. The Demon's nice, but and the VW Baja Bug. I'm just not a fan of the Baja Bug. I have friends that are. I should have picked this up for somebody else, but if I see it again, I will. But this one intrigued me. Now, I've often said that I don't really do hot rods, open fender cars. And so part of the reason for that is when I was a kid, I had a few of the Hot Wheels, the Neat Streeter and the little black 32 Ford with the flames and everything. And because they were open fender, the wheel, I mean, I was a kid, I was playing with them. The wheels always got bent and everything. But so that's why I've avoided the open wheel castings for such a long time. But let's face it, I'm not a kid. I'm not going to be playing with this. It's going to be sitting in a display or in a shelf. So let me see. It's always that dreaded I want to save the card art business. And small model collector, have no fear. Yes, I'm using a blade, but I'm going to use it carefully. As my brother always teases me, push the blade away from you. There we go. Let's see. Oh, jeez. I didn't need the blade at all. See, I don't get that many of these transporters, so I keep on forgetting that there is a little, like, push in here, so you can just sweep your finger underneath there without a blade. So, like I always say, kids, don't pay attention to me when I'm using a blade. I lost my good knife, and that guts me. I love that knife. I can't stand these little razors. So, let's take this out. And we'll check out the 32 Ford first. So, metal body, metal base, real riders. I presume these are supposed to be, yeah, this is like a lake. So it says El Segundo Special, number 32. B as in the class, the Moon Eye. It's got the blower with the induction scoop and the zoomy pipes. The radiator is done well. I'm assuming these tiny little squares are supposed to be rectangular headlights. Let's see. Check the card art. Or maybe not. I don't see it. Yeah, because so this would be like a Bonneville salt flat racer. So maybe there are no headlights. The interior is chrome. I guess that's part of the engine chrome. Tiny little interior on these things. It's got nice tampos for the tiny little taillights and the very 50s/60s style scroll work there. Nice big meaty tires in the back here. And the front tires are just a little bit big, but since this is a lake runner, to me that's acceptable. It's got a nice sort of flat orange, not metallic. So it's a simple little cast. Well, it's not that simple, I guess. Yeah, if this wasn't a premium, if this was a mainline, I'd try and paint something on the induction scoop there, like, maybe black like on the card art or the 3 red butterflies. But you know what? This is a nice casting. And the tipping point for this with the votes, if you look in the comments, you'll see, oh, I want to see the GNX and the Cyclone, or I want to see, specifically my brother Bob said I want to see the GNX and the 32 Ford. So, the thumb on the scales of justice there. Bob doesn't ask much, so when he asks for something, yeah, I try and. So now this, I'm not very big into transporters, but so this, I believe. All right, looking at the grill, it's hard to say. Okay. The grill looks good. I'm going to hold off on exactly what year. I'm going to guess 35 Ford. I actually like these wheels. I don't know if they're on anything else. There we go, El Segundo Special. So, metal cab, metal flatbed is nice. The front fenders even seem to be, they seem to be metal. Plastic chrome bumper, headlights and grill are nice. It's got fuel tanks and toolboxes there on both sides. Fuel tank toolbox. Oh, I like this. You can see brake booster on there. So this center part of the chassis does seem to be plastic, but you know, with this much metal, you really can't. And I'm not going to pick it apart that bad. So it looks like it has taillights unpainted there on the rear fenders, and it has a license plate bracket there, but no license plate. The no like textured or diamond plated surface. It does look like it has like positive stops for the wheels. So let's see. That looks pretty good. And so even the GNX fits on this pretty well. This is nice. Let's see. Can we see anything on the interior in there? Not real well. All right, so it's got some cab clearance lights here painted. Again, I only have a handful of transport trucks. Bear with me 1 minute. All right, so here is the retro rig from, this one's from the Pony Car Wars, but it's also from the Black Hole Gasser, and it's from several sets. It's actually with that Dodge Demon SRT Demon here, right there, retro rig. So that's one that's been around for a while. So as far as Hot Wheels transporters, I have these two. And then as far as I have Maisto, I have this unlicensed knockoff of a Mack that's very plastic, but I still like it. And then also from Maisto, this combination of metal, cab, and plastic, this International. So the retro rig looks like it would be about the size of a C60. It's bigger than like a C30, you know, C10, or F100, F200, F300. I guess it would be similar to an F400 or 500, that type of, not quite as big as a Kodiak. But it seems too small for me. Most of these Hot Wheels haulers do. But in reality, for 1935, this thing does seem proportional. I mean, it could almost sit on the back of the International, and almost sit on the back of this. But then again, this could almost sit on the back of this. So I have the Euro hauler. That's downstairs. That's the one that came with the Mercedes. But these are the flatbed. I think they compare better. The Euro hauler is beautiful, but I really like this Speedways. And real quickly, let's see. I have this Burago. I think it's a 36 Ford. Let's see, what does it say? What's this? 1938 Ford. Okay. Now the Burago is a little big for scale. It's not. It's a quote unquote 3-inch car. It's not. It's not a true 164. But then again, Hot Wheels isn't always either. But let's see how that looks. The size difference is a little much. Well, not that bad. So overall, this is my third Hot Wheels transport truck and my second favorite. I like the Euro hauler the best. The retro rig is, placeholder. I don't have the aero lift, and the Horizon hauler. Again, I think I'm sorry. I, I go more for the cars than the transporters. In this case, it was exactly the opposite. I went for the transporter, and the car was gravy. So there we go. By request, the Grand National and the 32 Ford with the Speedways hauler. So thank you for voting. And today is Wednesday. I'll probably make a video tomorrow on Thursday. In the United States, this is Memorial Day weekend, 3-day weekend. I probably will be a little light on videos this weekend, depending on weather. It's the first 3-day weekend I'll have for a while. And I think we might try and go see friends, so I don't know that I'll be making videos Saturday, Sunday, or Monday yet. So there'll definitely be a video tomorrow. And then, of course, next week will be the reveal of the 2A HD Cat Pride build-off. And like I said, drop and comment what color you think would be appropriate for this. I'll tell you, I have red, green, yellow, and white paint. I could get other paint, but what color do you think this should be? And of course, when I paint that, I'm going to try and do the headlights some justice and even the taillights. I know it's a stock car, but even stock cars have stickers on the taillights. I will not be attempting to do sponsor decals or anything like that. Maybe stripes. I don't know. Don't know yet. But this one's got to be a couple of weeks off. I've drilled and tapped too many cars already, but that will be upcoming. So like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for voting. And have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.